Hey, what's up, guys? So today gonna teach you about your fittings and basically what you're looking for. Today I gotta go look for some fittings, and I'm trying to teach my people what it is about what we're looking for. And so what I'm looking for is I'm always looking for the diameter of the pipe size. What size is it gonna be? And then I'm always looking at the pound rating. What size poundage is it gonna be? And then we're gonna be looking at the schedule. What size or how thick, the schedule rating of the material we're going to be needing. So let's get into that. Oh, just my favorite place in the world. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Wally's Welding World. I'm the weld professor. As you guys know, I'm doing a bunch of rollouts. That's what I do. I'm rolling out all the time. So I'm going to take you by the hand and I'm going to show you what it takes to make every single weld a rollout. What I got going on is pretty much every single one of those can be rolled out. I can roll all of them off the wheel. We're not going to have to take any position welds. And what that is going to do is that's going to increase the speed of your production. When you can look at something and you can tell, okay, this is how I'm going to roll it out. So this week we're going to just kind of take you through the way on how to prefab this stuff and what it would take to roll it all out so the job can roll out and come together so you can make every single weld a rollout. All right, stay tuned, guys. Building here. So what we're going to be building is basically like this. This is what we're going to be building. All right, guys. This is considered a valve. I don't have the valve, but that's what a valve looks like. All right. This is what we're building. Now, I just want to give you guys an idea. Now, these are T's. I know they look really long, but these are just T's with flanges on them because that's all I got. Now, every little dot will indicate that's where a weld is. So we'll have a weld there. We'll have a weld on the other side of the T, one on the bullhead. There'll be a pup in between this one. There's no pup in between that one, and then there's no pup in between that. So remember, each one indicates a weld. So then you'd have a weld here, a weld here, a weld here, because these T's go together. A weld here, and then there's a pup, which is a piece of pipe. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing. Now, each one has a certain measurement of what it is. And you can add all your fittings up and take all the math off your fittings to figure out what your pup length is going to be right here. And that's pipe. That's all that is right there. That's the only piece of pipe I have in it. Now this one over here will have a piece of pipe too. We consider a piece of pipe with a bevel on each end. We call it a pup. That's pretty much a pipe with a bevel on each end, right? And that's what it would look like, a pipe with a bevel on each end. That's what goes right here. That's what we're going to weld in here. Now, I'm going to show you guys basically how to fab all this, because all these are rollouts. Every single one of them is a rollout, and we're going to get into how I can show you how to roll all those out. Now, if I was to look at this ISO and I was to build this, I would start with my rollouts first. These are my short radius 90s right here. I'd put these on first. So I'd roll all my 90s to my flanges first. Then I would take my bullhead on my T's and weld all my flanges to the bullhead, not on that end of the T, but onto the bullheads of my T's. Those would be my next rollouts. Now that right there would be my first 5 welds I would make. After that, then I would come back and I would put these flanges to these T's, right? And then I would put this flange to that T, this 90 to a pup, and then I would put all of them together. I'd put this piece to that piece, this piece to that piece, and then roll it all out. Now, all this has got to be level and square to each other. That way it doesn't look all stupid when they go to bolt it up. Yeah. Here's what's trending from iHeart Sports Network, presented by Mercedes. Before the NBA All-Star break tonight against the Orlando Magic. So that's a 4-inch with a 532. Of course, it's a rollout because that's all I like to do is rollouts. But it gets slick. Somewhat, it's all right. So that's all it is. I just hit it with a grinder, knock that paint off, take a file the inside, bam. Then I'm gonna 2-hole it. Since I know this is gonna be on the top, I'll make my fit like this. Oh yeah. No. Look, that's that dollar bill gap. That's it. It's not like it's so slammed up. Just enough to slide a bill through, baby. That's all. Look, so that's the gap. It's nothing wild and crazy. I don't need it slammed up. It's just enough to slide a bill through. And that's all we say. Cha-ching. Look, you just got to be able to make sure that you can slide a bill through it. That's the saying, guys. Money fit, bam. Is that tight? It's tight. It's not so tight I can't get in there, but it's tight. Money gap, baby. Money gap all day. So it's just a money gap. Look. That's the comparison, guys. It's not nothing crazy. More over. Yep. Coming more pan straight. Yeah, like that. That's what they need to see is what it's like. See, I can see all the way through the pipe. That's what you want, guys. Look at, so I wedged it just so the gap could be the same on both sides. All right. Now I just go with the same rod I was welding with. All right, back up a little. Now look, I keep going, but I stopped because I got my wedge in there. I need to look, my wedge just fall out, basically. But you gotta be careful because sometimes when you wedge in there, it leaves that little curly Q inside. So I always like to look inside and make sure it's not leaving that big bare metal in there. And then my button here, I like to hit it with the grinder. Watch out. I hit it kind of hard, then I stopped the grinder on it. And if you don't like your button here, just hit it with a grinder a little bit. Sometimes people like to knock that high spot down where they rode up on their tack. And I'm not even worried about all that. I'll get a good fusion into that. All right, here we go. Just like this is bubble too. Not too hard, hey? That's what it looks like when you're done. Schedule 40, 120 amps. That fit takes about the same as a slammed up fit. The weld process is different. What they were doing was a MIG, and this is a stick. Look at the trash in there. It's the wagon treads. I leave all that in there. I'll burn all that out. And I'm not afraid to not burn it out.